Aren't you tired of it already? It's Friday. Most people are out doing what? They're going out, escaping their life, escaping their reality, getting drunk, getting high to feel something, to feel good in the moment, to feel like they're not attached to the present moment. They're not attached to the reality that they're currently in. Understand this: personal development gives you real fulfillment because when you are taking something that is instantly gratifying you and you're pushing it off to a later date, living a life of purpose, living a life where you don't really feel like doing everything that you're doing. Everything that you're doing, you don't really feel like doing it, but it has a greater purpose. It has a purpose towards making you a better human, towards making you a better man, towards making you the type of person where you don't have to go out on the weekends to feel good. You don't have to get drunk. You don't have to get high to feel like the man, to feel good. If you're going through something right now and you really, really, really feel like you need to go towards the substances, towards the clubs, or all these things to feel something, understand that this is the moment and this is the reason why you need to take personal development seriously. Because if you feel that way, then there's something in your life, there's an underlying issue. And simply just taking all these substances and feeling good for a few hours is not going to make it go away. That's how you live a life where your entire life you never feel fulfilled. You never feel happy. What these people call depressed. You never feel truly confident. You need that liquid courage in you to feel good because you're not fixing the root of the problem. All you're doing is taking something that is not within you. You're taking external things trying to fix internal problems. When you look within, when you fix these internal problems, you won't have to do all these things. If you want to, cool. Hey, listen, if you want to go have a drink, that's on you. I don't think it aligns with my habits, right? I've experimented with all these things. I'm not perfect by any means. I've experimented with all these things. But what I'm saying is you don't need these things when you're truly, truly fulfilled with who you are as a person and you're truly fulfilled with the mission that you're trying to accomplish of bettering yourself, living a life of purpose. I'm past all that. I'm past all that. And listen, if I get invited out somewhere and I want to have a drink, okay, I don't genuinely want to have a drink. Why? Because the life that I live right now, it doesn't really align itself with my current habits. If I drink something, I'm going to feel sloppy, right? I'm going to feel, oh, yeah, woo. And then the next day, what do they call it? A hangover? Why would I want to feel hungover? Why would I want to escape my reality when I truly do love the person that I am? See, if you want to smoke, go ahead. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. But what I'm saying is don't escape your reality in this present moment with all these substances. Because, like I said, you're not fixing the underlying issue. When you choose one thing at a time to work on and you improve that over months, it might not happen till years until you're truly fulfilled with your situation. But what I do promise you is that the moment that you start working on these things one by one, even if you haven't seen the result already, you're going to start to fall in love with the process. You're going to start to feel fulfilled by the fact that you're actually working towards something. And it's not just pure hedonism. You're not just purely doing things to feel good right now. You're not just jerking your meat to feel good in 2 seconds and then 10 seconds later you feel like shit. You're not just going out to the club and getting drunk and getting high to feel good for a few hours and then tomorrow, Monday, oh shit, now you feel like shit again. Now you got to clock in again. Now you got to go back to work. The weekend is over. Oh no. And now you got to wait another whole entire week just to go back to the weekend to finally feel something again. Understand that, like I said, it's not going to take days. It's not going to take months. It's going to take you a while until you're truly fulfilled with the person that you are as a whole. And that doesn't mean there's no more space to grow. But when I identified problems in my life, it was one by one. The man that I am today, It didn't just happen overnight. I still have work to do. I still have to become an even better man. There's a next level always. But the man that I am today, it did not just happen overnight. What did I do? I identified problems in my life that I was not particularly happy with. See, at one point in my life, I didn't have the best social skills. So I started working on that. For a few months, my only focus was bettering my social skills, bettering my social skills. For a few months after that, once I felt like I had a good grip of my social skills, now I need to better my appearance. Okay, I started working on my skin. That was the focus for the next few months. Focus on your skin, focus on your skin. Boom, got that in order. Next, work on your body. Okay, now I'm working on my body. Next, and these aren't all in order, but this is just trying to help you understand the mindset of someone who is working towards something and is living a life of purpose. I'm building a man that I truly admire, a man that I can respect, a man that I can look in the mirror and say, that's a man. He is the man, and I respect that. So like I said, working on speaking skills and socializing, working on my acne, getting rid of my acne, working on my body. Eventually, I took a look at myself and I said, I don't hold my word with myself. I don't hold my word with myself, and I have bad habits as far as drugs and all these things. I never had a big problem with drinking. For me, it was the drugs. I was just looking to get high, to feel good. That's it, just chasing temporary pleasure. Why did I do it? Personally, I don't think I was trying to escape anything, but I just wanted to feel good in the moment. Like, oh my goodness, this feels so good. But then I really started to think about it, and I said, this is something I need to work on, because I'm addicted to these things. I'm addicted to these things that are truly just bad habits, because let me ask myself this. Is this really adding value to my life? It's taking money away from me. I'm constantly high. I'm living life on a crutch. I need this thing to feel like I'm whole again. I need it to feel good for the day. So I started to realize, let me start working on the habits and holding my word. So for months, small things. Okay, I'm going to do breathing exercises every day. Do that. I need to start doing more cold showers every single day. Do that. I need to start working out every single day for at least an hour. Do that. Slowly building the man that I admire, the man that I respect. And now I'm at a point where I see myself in the mirror and I can truly respect the man that I see. So aren't you tired of it? Aren't you tired of looking in the mirror and seeing someone that you don't respect? And what is it that you're afraid of? Are you afraid of the fact that it's going to take a long time? Are you afraid of the fact that it might take a year? It might take 2 years? But let me ask you this. How long does it take if you don't start today? It's going to take 2 years? If you don't start today, 2 years later, is the time still going to pass by? It is. The time is still going to pass by. If you're 20 years old today and it's going to take 2 years, you're still going to be 22 by the time those 2 years roll around. So either you ask yourself, do I want to be the same man I am today? The man who is trying to escape my reality every single day? The man who I look in the mirror and I don't respect? Do I want to be that same guy? Do I want to be the guy who my stomach is touching my knees, where I can barely see my... Guys, like the video if this video helped you out in some way, and leave a comment, all right? I really appreciate you guys and I love you guys. But like I was saying, back to what I was saying, do I want to be the type of guy who is going on Pornhub every single day because I can't get no women to find me attractive? Ask yourself that. Are you tired of living that way? If you are, then start looking yourself in the mirror and start identifying the problems that you truly have. At some point, you're going to have to be honest with yourself. If it's not me, if it's not someone in your life, it has to be you. Because a lot of times what people will do, and sometimes I would do this back in the day, if I identified a problem, I would lie to myself. I would say, you know what, that's not a problem. You try to delude yourself, right? And I've seen a lot of people who are out of shape do this. You're out of shape, and what do you say? Oh no, no, it's not a problem. Oh no, 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 I'm happy. Oh no, I'm completely fine with it. No, you're not. You are not fine with it. You are not okay. You are not confident about yourself. You do not love yourself deep down inside. You're just trying to delude yourself. You're just trying to tell your mind what it wants to hear so that it can stop sending you these signals and these messages to change. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen until you take action. Those messages are going to be there forever. They're going to continue coming up. If your phone tells you it's on 5% and you just keep on ignoring it, you keep on ignoring it. You say, no, no, my phone is on 100%. No, 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 my phone is on 100%. No, 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 no. It's sending you a signal. It's saying, plug in the charger. I need to be charged. To be fulfilled, I need to be charged. And if you just keep lying to yourself, what's going to happen? Your phone is going to die. So let that sink in for a moment and understand that if you keep lying to yourself about the fact that you're okay being fat, you're okay being a bum, you're okay being a loser, you're okay being on drugs, you're okay escaping your reality and then having to go back on Monday to your 9 to 5 that you hate with your fat boss that tells you what to do. Tell me, do you really believe that? And if you truly believe that, then you're destined to be a loser. Because if you're watching this, and the fact that I just told you that you're destined to be a loser because you keep lying to yourself, if you find that offensive, good, you're destined to be a loser. But if you find that almost in a way like the truth finally came across your feed and the truth finally came to you, so that you can start making a change today, and you are a winner, regardless of the position that you're in right now. It doesn't matter if you're a loser right now. It doesn't matter if you're out of shape right now. It doesn't matter if you're addicted to anything. It does not matter. If you're ready to change and you can be honest with yourself and truthful and identify that there is a problem that needs to be worked on, and you're ready to commit and you're ready to start working on it, then you're a winner. You are a winner because that's the winner's mindset. The winners identify a problem and they get to work on it immediately. Even if it comes from a place of insecurity. I got to keep drinking, man. I don't know what it is, but my mouth is extra dry. So if you see me licking my lips 300,000 times in this video, shit. But anyways, like I was saying, identify a problem, because for a long time, when I felt like I was lacking social skills, when I felt like I was lacking confidence, I would just tell myself that's not true. Until eventually one day I had to face it. It was true and it had to be worked on. And once I started to work on that, once I started to actually face my inner problems, is when I genuinely started to see a change. And I'm so thankful that my older self went through that my older self was honest with himself. Because now I can look back as a confident man who can speak, who has social skills, who has a nice body, who is attractive. And I can thank my previous self. And this is not to boost myself up in any way. This is not to glaze myself like y'all would call it, right? This is simply to maybe inspire you in some way to see me and to see the man that I was, and to see yourself in me. And to see that maybe one day, if you're out of shape, if you're unconfident, if you have no social skills, if your face is all fucked up, whatever the case may be, and you're lazy and you don't keep your word with yourself, maybe I can inspire you so that you can see me and you can say, man, I hope that's me one day. And if I do want that to be me, then I have to start today. Because I wouldn't be the man that I am if my previous self, I'm not the man that I am today because of who I am today. I'm the man I am today because of the man years ago. The man years ago who identified these problems. The man years ago who said, you know what? There is a problem and I do need to start working on it. Let me get to work. Let me start journaling. Let me start learning about the mind. Let me start learning about the subconscious mind. Let me start learning about transmuting your energy. Let me start learning about semen retention. Let me start learning about socializing and how to develop your social skills and how to develop your confidence. And you want to know what I learned? If you really want to know how can you get more confident, you have to do things that you're pretty uncomfortable with. If you feel like you don't have social skills, you have to do things that you're uncomfortable with. If you don't feel confident speaking on a YouTube channel, if you don't feel confident speaking in front of a crowd, then you have to do that because that's your heart calling you. That's your potential. When you feel like you're not confident in this area, when you feel like you just don't feel adequate, that's your heart. That's your potential. Your potential inside of your heart is saying, please take action. Please start. Come on, get started. This is the potential. This is what we could be. And if you never start right now, then you're never going to be anything. All this potential is going to go with you to the grave. So you have to start. You think that it's nervousness. You call it anxiety. Anytime that you're afraid or you're nervous or you're anxious, that's not what it is. It's your heart asking you to please stop being a bitch and start taking action. You're afraid to public speak. Your heart is saying, stop being a bitch. Just go up there and do it. You could be so much. You could be more than you ever thought you could be. But you need to stop being a bitch and you need to start being a man. You're afraid to go out there and socialize. You're afraid to go out there and spark up conversation with a bunch of strangers. Your heart is saying, please stop being a bitch, be a man and go do it already. A man is not supposed to be afraid of things. A man is not supposed to be held back by fear. You know what the men back in the day did? You think that the guys storming the beaches, ready to die, do you think they were afraid? Yeah, but they did it anyways. Because that's what a man has always been built. That's what a man has always been supposed to do. Always. A man has always been, I don't know why that's tongue twisting me. A man has always been the person to do that. The women weren't. The woman didn't have to go out there and hunt. A man did. You think that back in the day, when men had to go out there and hunt every day, facing potential dangers like bears and all these predators, all these animals, you don't think they were afraid? But they had a duty. They had to feed their family. They had to feed their sons, their daughters, their wives. They had to feed themselves. So if a man instinctively let fear hold him back, he would have starved to death. His family would have starved to death. So you're lucky. If you're the type of man who is letting fear hold you back, thank God that you were born in this era. Because now, all you have to do is just be a bum. Be a loser. Be a bitch for the rest of your life. At least you don't have to die. Because back in the day, you would have been dead. Nowadays, you're scared to go talk to a woman. You're scared to start a YouTube video. You're scared to approach a stranger and spark up a conversation. You're scared to start a new business. You're scared of all these things. Thank God that you were born in this generation. Because all you have to do is just simply be a loser. That's it. You don't have to go out there and hunt because you would have been dead. You would have been dead. Because the winners would have been out there. The winners would have been out there hunting every single day. And guess what? They would have been eaten. You would have been starving. So think about that for a second and really start to take action on these things. And don't let fear hold you back. Remember this saying, faith over fear. Anytime that you feel afraid, put more faith in yourself than fear, okay? Put more value in faith than fear, okay? Because you choose what to focus on. That's the great thing about focus. The reason why I'm looking at this camera is because I'm choosing to focus on it. If I choose to focus this way, then I'm focusing over here, but that's my choice. So when you feel fear and you let it hold you back, it's because you're focusing on it. Instead, focus on that voice that tells you Instead of saying, what if I fail? Focus on the voice that says, what if I succeed? That's the video for today. Peace out.